can you stop trilling, please? Sorry, my shitting is in heat.
Oh
That
dear.
said, wonderful intro to this very God damn it. Wonderful intro to this very gay and chaotic FPS. This is I fucked up. Um 12 FPS. I play one of the holidays and it's Gibbs, my stinky bastard asshole fox. And I'm joined by the ever wonderful, patient, and beloved friend in which is my partner in crime as well today.
Oh yes, indeed. Hello everybody, my name is Whis. I am playing the Holidays Pumpkin Man, Korvits All Hollows, who is trying very hard to adjust to life still. Since he's only been back in the world since October, so life's been interesting for him.
Yes, only interesting. Definitely not stressful at all.
No, not at all.
He definitely could not have chosen a better time to come back to life.
Mm-hmm.
God, this poor man.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. Oh
I
well.
hold him so gentle. It's okay, you have a bastard that you can
Yeah.
hug.
So, how is said bastard actually?
Uh, oh, well, not great. I'm imagining that this is the morning, uh, before attention everyone,
Mm.
and, like, more than likely during the FPS between Chateau and Gregory, so, like, during, fucking Design It All,
Mm.
which is, which is fun, because that means that the poor spooks, the poor spooks in court
Uh,
are just gonna get slammed back to back with, like, idiots being idiots.
yeah.
At least this ends up fine,
This
but
ends up
still,
fine. Yes. Oh
it's the
dear.
one thing that ends up fine. So, and it's also the one thing they wouldn't expect to be fine, but it is. Don't worry about it.
Mm.
Anyways, it's not doing great. It is more than likely passed the fuck out asleep. As it be. Gibbs
Mhm.
sleeps a lot, especially now. Wouldn't you know
Mm.
it? Healing takes sleeping.
Yep. Sleep is healing.
It to be. Um, but even though it's sleeping, it has not known a peaceful night's sleep at all since coming back. Not that it ever slept peaceful in the first place, but this is now an every night thing since coming back from getting nickled, and the reactions are a hell of a lot worse.
Mm. Mm. Yes. So what's Korvits being woken up to?
Uh, A, probably getting kicked really hard because Gibbs has not a lot of control over how much it uses its strength. It's been getting better at it
Mhm.
over time. But its dex is shit. So, um, probably getting kicked. There would be screaming if there wasn't also, like, heaving. So, more than likely, Gibbs has gotten off the bed after jolting up,
Mhm.
and, yeah,
All right.
probably hearing some not so great noises.
Okay. Well, just for shits and giggles to start with, I'm going to roll Corvettes a strength save to see whether or not Gibbs kicked him straight off the bed. Let's find that out. Even though strength saves are his worst save, he rolled an 18 on the dice. That's boring. Actually,
I
I'm going
mean,
to do
if
it at
you
disadvantage
want,
because he was asleep.
I was gonna say, if you want, I could also roll a strength check, because, like, that's one of Gibbs' strongest ones.
Yeah, go for it. I mean,
I forgot to pull up Gibbs' sheet. Of course I did.
yeah, as you do.
As
Um,
I, as I do, I forget one thing in every FPS, and this time it was Gibbs' sheet.
yeah. Well, doing it at disadvantage
Uh,
didn't make much of a difference because he went from an 18 on the dice to a 16 on the dice, which is a total of 21.
alright.
Now I
Uh,
roll a 4 when I don't need anything.
I mean, do I roll an athletics or just a straight strength? That
Whatever
is the
you like.
question.
I think probably just a straight strength because he's not trying to do any. It's not trying to do anything fancy or run or anything. So it's just a solid boot.
There. Just a It's not the highest in the world, and it gets 21.
I think means it beats it. So I think there's this solid oof right straight into Korvits' ribs, and then maybe a pause as he teeters on the edge of the mattress, and then poof onto the floor, on the opposite side of where Gibbs gets up to start heaving.
God.
Oh, damn. Oh, ouch. Ow. Oh, right in the lower left rib. Gibbs, you okay?
There is unfortunately no response outside of just more heaving.
Oh boy, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. He's gonna get back up and rub his side a little bit more and skirt around the bed to look at Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs has its head hovering over a trash can. It does not look well. It looks sick.
Okay. Do you have any magic for that? No? No, you don't? I mean, I mean, I mean, technically, you got Wish, but we're not going to be using a 9th level spell. I think what he's just
Oh
gonna,
god. No, please don't overload Gibbs
I think he's just gonna kneel down next to
like that.
Gibbs and rub his back.
It's back. Oh, gosh, you're not doing so well. Oh, boy. Again with the throwing up thing. Gosh, I wish there was something I could do for you.
Uh, yeah. It's not that much longer before it's just plain sick. And it does not look fun. It sucks, it hates it, and it's crying.
Mm. No, he'll keep rubbing its back and he'll lean down and give the I don't have lips equivalent of a kiss on top of Gibbs's head.
The fact that neither of them have lips and yet they still give each other kisses amuses the hell out of me. I hold that so soft. They're just bonking each other with their mouths.
Headbutt of affection.
Yeah.
He might try a healing word. That doesn't really work with nausea, but he doesn't have the spell that works with nausea. He does have a pretty high medicine score, though. Let me roll a medicine. What can you do, Korvits? That is an 8, sir. I mean, it's an 8 plus 12. But still. 12. 20. So it's a dirty 20. Okay. Is this something that Korvits thinks he can get some medicine for Gibbs for? Or like maybe a cup of tea or something?
He might help. I know. So this is from my own personal experience because my brother recommended this to me when I got sick the other day because of whatever was going on, probably anxiety. Peppermint tea.
Yes, that is very, very good for upset stomachs. I think Korvits will give a sort of a I'm just sort of giving your shoulders a squeeze and leaning my chest into your back kind of hug without encompassing. So just give that sort of reassuring squeeze, and then
Okay, you try and relax. Let it come up if it's gonna. I'm gonna go make you some tea, and that should help. I will be really quick as I can be without spilling hot tea. I'll be back.
he's gonna dart out of the room to try and make tea.
Gibbs is just gonna stay there, covered. This poor fox is not having a great time.
No, apparently not. Do you want me to roll something for Korvits getting to the kitchen and making tea? Or
That's up to you. I leave that entirely up to you.
well, he got a dirty 20 in medicine. What could I roll for making tea? Normally for cooking like things I do survival. Let's give that a try. Let's see what happens. Okay. That makes it a 21. All up. I believe. Yep, cool. So he successfully makes some nice tea, peppermint tea, and he'll bring it back. And he's got this cup. It's probably him sized because his hands are so big that making something smaller like Gibbs size is just too unwieldy for his big hands. So he's got this him sized mug that's only filled up halfway because that made sense to him at the time, of peppermint tea on a little saucer, and he's carrying it into their bedroom.
I hold that very soft. I also do just sit here and like Gibbs has been a bastard as of late, and just like more than likely they've probably been sharing of late because it's an asshole and will just like steal food from him. Of course, not like if he's not okay with it, but more so just being playful and a bastard. But also, it likes him. It loves him a lot. And so it wants to spend time with him. And also wants to be included.
No, absolutely. And Korvits doesn't really object most of the time, unless it's like the last marshmallow of the bag or something, in which case he will protest. But like, other than that,
I mean, I highly doubt that it's going to try and steal the last one, because I think I've said before, Gibbs is not a fan of sweets. So like,
yeah,
it eats it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
eats things when other people do. But like, yeah,
That's fair.
he can have the sweets. That's just you can have them.
So Korvits will come back into the room with this tea, and he'll come and sort of lower himself as gracefully as he physically can to the floor next to Gibbs and just go,
Okay, I've got you some tea. Do you want to try having a sip? Like just little sips at a time. Don't want to go overboard here.
It will eventually pull its head from the trash can and just nod. It looks tired as well. But given like what you know about why this might be happening, the odds of it being able to sleep after this, not very likely.
yeah. Just looking at his spells again. There is literally nothing he can do about it, which bothers him a fair amount.
$23. Alright. I'm not gonna roll that at disadvantage because I know Gibbs' luck, and odds are it will probably get a 1. So we're just not gonna do that.
Fair enough. Take the wins where we can.
It takes a sip, and it doesn't feel immediately better, but it does look visibly less like it will hurl at the sight of anything existing in its general vicinity.
Yeah, fair enough. Korvits will reach over and rub its back again as well.
Is that a little bit better?
It just nods,
Good,
and
good, good. Maybe we should keep some of that stuff in like a kettle and a mug in our room. So then I don't even have to go anywhere to get it. You know, we don't need a stove to heat the water up for the tea. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. We could do that. I mean, because the number of times you wake up like this, we can put things in place. That's fine. I'm sure Slepius won't mind if I nick some tea on the rig. That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
you do get a little message in your head, Korvits, of it. It sounds so fucking tired and not great, even in its head. Um, but it's chatting now, which is good. This progress, like, you okay?
Me? Yeah, I'm fine. Why would I not be fine?
I can hear it in your voice. You don't sound great.
Well, I mean, you did kick me in the ribs, and I fell off the bed. So, I mean, yeah, maybe got a bruise or something. I don't know. Bones bruise. No. Fine. Unharmed. Not sick. Doing pretty okay.
And there's this really awkward double thumbs up.
It gives one brow raise and like kind of like still nauseous, but at the same time it's not convinced.
I think there's going to be an extended pause if you're just sitting there with two thumbs up before he lets his hands drop into his lap.
Well, I mean, there's obviously the the emotional distress of someone you're very fond of waking up sick and freaking out every day. But, you know, baby steps, we're working on it. Not every day sucks real hard. Some days are bearable, I guess, for you, so.
It's just a look down. Like you can't see it. It doesn't have pupils, but its gaze drops kind of to the tile or the wood, I don't remember which. On the floor. And its ears don't go all the way back, but they do flick backwards. I would ask you to roll insight, but I don't think you need to with your highest fuck roll modifier.
Yeah, like insight is his one of his best rolls. I'm gonna do it just because I want to see what ridiculous number comes up. Okay, great. It's average on the dice, but that's fine.
Nice.
It's a 38.
That's, like, I'm sorry, but Gibbs couldn't deceive if it tried and he rolled a nat 1. Like, its deception is a +2. Korvits could get a nat 1, and it could get a nat 20, and still it would fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
So-
no, don't look like that. Don't let your little ears flick back, and don't look at the floor all sad like. It's not your fault. And I don't blame you for it or anything, and healing takes time.
Why I have these nightmares and why they're they're not the worst. The worst ones are. I don't want to talk about those. I don't know how to describe those.
Very fair.
I
That's
don't
very
like
fair.
those. I don't even know what it is. I don't even recognize half of it. Oh well, I recognize two 2. 2. How many is 2? Oh
Korvits
no,
will
I'm counting.
He'll hold up 2 fingers.
It just has a stupid look on its face. Oh shit. I need to... There've been too many numbers. Too many numbers.
I mean, I feel that numbers suck. That's why I always used to get jocks to do all that kind of crap. The only thing I liked counting was pumpkins, marshmallows, and assorted Halloween candy. That was always fun. I would send the kids out and they'd do their trick or treating and then we'd count them. And it was this whole exercise. It was also about teaching them to count and blah blah blah. But it was candy, which they all really liked, so it stuck. We just gotta find something for you to count that you like.
It requires me to think about things that I like.
It's.
I don't remember.
Well,
Shit.
I mean, that's a good point, but you know, I'm sure you could come up with a list of things that you like at the moment. Doesn't really
It's
matter
you.
so much. Oh, well, that's one.
And he's gonna like just sort of laugh awkwardly and rub the back of his head, and he kind of looks a little bit bashful, and he doesn't quite blush because he kind of can't because he has a pumpkin for a head. But he looks like he would be blushing if he had the capacity. If he were an anime kind of toon, he'd have those big anime blush circles on his cheeks.
There's the people in the manor.
Oh, okay, well, that's actually quite a lot of people. So there one, me,
that
two
is...
dogs, Asclepius, 3, Kara, 4. Goodness knows who else is here at the moment. I haven't checked. But we could cross off at least 4.
Mm-hmm. That's already well past what I know how to count, I think.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere. And, as long as you know who they are or how many there are, it doesn't really matter so much. I don't think.
Eh, eh. It kind of lays its head down in his lap.
He's gonna reach his hand around and just sort of rub at the bridge of Gibbs's nose.
There's a very small, gentle purr that starts rumbling from it, and it doesn't have its glasses on, more than likely. But you can feel the little dent in the bridge of its snoot. But its eyes do kind of close in contentment, as much as it can be.
There we go. That's the kind of noises I like coming out of my fox. There's some good fox noises.
I could give you more fox noises. I can scream at you.
Well, you wouldn't be the first. Gosh, there. It kind of comes with the territory. People pop out and people go, ah! It's part of my job. Or it was.
You should see it when I scream at Eva. It just starts an entire chain of screaming. It's fun.
Oh yeah, I bet it would. Ingrid, they're like got some pipes. Whew. You could hear them anywhere in town. It's very impressive, actually. I
Hello,
just wish
child.
there was Something I could do to make you less sick?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I know you don't. I mean, like, it's not like you're a spellcaster or anything. And here I am with loads of spells under my belt. And can I do a simple let's not throw up spell? No. No, that's cleric bullshit. And I'm not allowed to make any clerics. Not that I would know how anyway, but yeah, that's not the point.
I mean, it's not your fault either. So, fuck you.
No, fuck you. No, I know it's not my fault. That doesn't mean I cannot rue and lament the fact that I cannot help you with this thing that is obviously distressing. It's, you know, I would like to be
I
able
mean,
to fix things, but I can't.
I-
So I just have to sit here and be displeased with the state of the universe.
the universe has always been fucked, man. I don't know what to tell you. Get in line. We all want to kick its ass.
Does the universe have an ass? Man, that would be so weird. I mean,
I don't think I want to think about that.
that would be one weird looking ass, I've gotta say. I mean, I didn't think Time was a cat, but apparently Time is a cat.
Damn, can't believe time's a pussy. No wonder why it keeps escaping me.
Oh my goodness, Gibbs. That's so rude. Hey, I was doing good work for you. You should at least be a little nice.
No.
No.
Time is a bitch. And I am bitchier.
Yeah. Yeah. When the universe is an asshole, all you gotta do is kick it. Stick your boot right up there. And have spare boots on hand. Goodness only knows what you'll get on your shoes.
No. See, Korvits, this is when you wear stilettos. This is when you wear stilettos. Because then you can just step on people and then stab them with the heel. This is why I have a pair of stilettos. Somewhere.
I'm going to roll him an intelligence.
Oh no, please tell me he knows what stilettos are.
Well, see, there is two options. One is that he knows what Gibbs is talking about. Two is that he is confused because stiletto is also the name for a dagger. So let's see what happens. Amazing! I love that so much. You have a confused pumpkin on hand.
Oh, that means that I get to do something absolutely hilarious.
So you're just getting this confused expression from Korvits. He's like,
I mean, daggers are usually good for stabbing. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't have picked you for like a daggers kind of fox. I thought you used more like a hammer or war axe or great axe or something.
I do have a hammer. I also have a gun, but I need to give that to Hattie at some point because I can't use it anymore. It's dangerous for me to have it.
Oh.
I mean, it was dangerous before, but
I mean, it's
now it is just plain unsafe.
Oh. Yeah, we wouldn't want to do anything unsafe. Like we're already working through a whole bunch of things. Don't want to add any unfortunate accidents with firearms into the mix.
Listen, there's a reason why I don't like. I don't think I ever told Jackson and Asclepius that I have a gun. Oh shit.
Hmm. now might be a good time. Just go up and say, hey, just to let you know, I have a firearm. However, I am rehoming it, so you need not worry. And then whomever this Hattie character is will need to worry about the whole firearms thing and all of their associated friends and
Well-
family and whatnot.
Before, whatever the fuck happened to me, I taught Hattie how to shoot. So,
Oh,
he
that's
knows how to
nice.
shoot.
Well, that's something. And always good to have weaponry upon oneself, given the aforementioned state of the universe. No, I don't know the guy, but I assume having some sort of method of defense is good for the fella.
Yeah, he's Lynn's blind younger cousin.
I didn't even know Lynn had cousins. Okay, cool. Blind.
Lynn has
You said the word blind, and you taught a blind person how to shoot a gun?
Korvits. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a blind bitch.
You wear glasses. You have some capacity for visual input. Is this proper blind, like complete, or what?
Yes. Also,
Damn.
Korvits, I am legally blind without my glasses. I can't see you.
Good thing I am very tactile.
And he's just going to reach both hands down and start roughing up Gibbs's fur. Just going rough. Like maybe on its cheeks, perhaps. Because I'm assuming it's dressed in some capacity, so there's no, like, chest or side or shoulders to particularly ruffle.
Yeah.
So just ruffle cheeks. Ruffle.
It leans into that because, ooh, scritches. It also does, like, keep explaining. I mostly rely on my hearing when I shoot things. Anyways, like, I take off my glasses when I shoot things, because my sight is fucking useless, to be honest, with anything that isn't close up and in my face.
Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I am part bird. My vision is actually really quite good. Like actually supremely good. I don't think I can. You wouldn't kid me being able to shoot blind. I mean, I can't shoot again anyway, but I would be able to do it blind. I wouldn't be able to do it through like, foggy glass or some shit. I don't think that is within my capacity at all. So, and any cool tricks you've got are good ones.
I'm just gonna stop right there, because I was about to say it's not that hard, but it really is, actually.
Yeah, sometimes we take for granted the things we're really good at, and not everybody is as good at those things as us. Like, I mean, not everybody can see about 120 feet in the dark, whereas I can, so it's like, not everyone's fireproof. I am. Not everybody is just super fluffy, and yet you are.
I like being fluffy. But I will give myself that one thing. I do enjoy being fluffy. I get more hugs that way.
Tick positive. Positive things we like.
Korvits, this is the first time that it has perhaps given itself a compliment.
I think Gibbs would be able to tell that Korvits' mood has just spiked real high because it is significantly warmer in here, and the vague blurry orange shape that is Korvits is a lot brighter.
Usually it likes to be a dick lovingly and, like, bring that up. I don't think it's going to here because I feel like it knows why. And so he's just it's just like, don't bring it up. We're just going to keep going.
Oh dear. Bless.
Gosh, we kind of got up early today. I mean, not quite enough time to go back to bed. Boo. Well, we could have breakfast. We could. Hmm. I don't know. I'm not really hungry yet. What about you? I mean, I assume not.
No, please, no.
Fair.
If you want to eat, go for it. I won't stop you, but I'm not.
No,
No, thank you.
no, I'm good. What do you want to do? You want to go for a walk? We go for a walk, or I could carry you and we could fly, or I could carry you and we could walk, or we could walk. I mean, the sun's not even up yet, so it is like the perfect time to go for a walk. It's not too hot. No one's around, usually. Maybe at this time of night. Is it night or is it morning? I'm not sure, but in any case, it is not bright. So we've got some options.
It is a time in the time that the sun goes up and down at some point. It is somewhere in that time.
It is somewhere in that time, absolutely. It is most certainly within that time, within the 24 hours that we tend to use, yeah.
That is so many hours. This is bullshit.
Just wait until you hear about days.
I don't think I want to know.
So, yeah, well, what do you think about that? Should we go out for a bit? Get some fresh air?
I
Do you want a lift?
guess? What kind of question is that? A trick one?
I mean, you might have the urge to walk. It pays to check.
That's fair.
And I think Korvits
but-
is just going to scoop Gibbs into his arms and then just stand up, because he's quite flexible because he's a Hausen. So he's just going to pivot his joints and just be standing up, and then just make sure Gibbs is comfortable and then head towards the door.
It is wrapping its tail around him as much as possible, to which case it has a tail about 3 times as long as it is tall, and also 3 times as fluffy, especially now. So, like, it's like having 4 Gibbs. Because there's Gibbs itself, and then there's its tail.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Feel like I have to be going to the gala. I've got this wonderful, what are they called? I don't even remember what they're called. You know, the big fluffy things they wear around their shoulders? I am going to the gala. What?
You mean a feather boa?
That's the bitch! I don't do this shit. I just get to watch other people prance around in the courtroom, be like, oh, your
Oh!
majesty, please give me all of the funding
Oh,
for
wait.
whatever bullshit. I don't know.
Wait, no, put me down real quick. I need to show you something absolutely awesome. I think it's
okay. Okay.
awesome. Okay,
He'll put us down.
So,
If you're doing what I think you're doing, I'm going to die.
yes, I am doing what I think I'm gonna do. Yep. So it shoves its head and then its paws into its tail, and it pulls out a pair of neon yellow stiletto boots. 6 inches! It pulls those out, and it doesn't put them on because it thinks about it for a second. Because it's thinking that I could put these on, and I could absolutely model these for him. However, I don't have the dex for that. Like, I don't have the balance for that anymore. I used to be able to fight in these. I can't do that anymore. Fuck! It thinks about it, and it thinks about it so hard. It wants to do this. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna roll a d2. See if it does this or not. Gibbs, how stupid are you gonna be? You're gonna be very stupid. I love you so fucking much, asshole. It puts them on. It puts them on. And it's going to try and stand up. Give it a minute. Hold on. Acrobat, buddy. Alright, buddy. Acrobatics.
Come on, Gibbs, we believe in you. Do it for the bit.
That's 20.
Amazing.
And it starts strutting. And it's owning it. Fucking owning it. The fucking neon yellow stiletto boots. These are stilettos. Stilettos, my darling, are a type of heel.
I mean, the heel does kind of look like a stiletto dagger, but I mean, because they're long and pointy and thin. They're your typical rogue Yankee daggers, I think. I can see why they share a name. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. and look, they made you this much taller too. Okay.
Fuck you.
Hey, look, the biggest boats in the world aren't gonna make you taller than me, so there is a significant difference between the length of your legs and mine, and that's never gonna change. I'm sorry, my dear. That's just not gonna happen.
But I can, you know what? I can dream, Korvits. I can fucking dream.
I'll find you some stilts.
I'll kick you with those stilts. Fucker.
I bet you could. I wouldn't doubt it.
You know what's really funny is that the lower I am to the ground, the closer to hell I am, but also the closer I am to being able to knock you down. Take you out.
Sudden silence.
Hello?
I think you
Sudden silence.
Yes. You cut out halfway through your sentence. And I'm like,
Fuck!
is this one of those things where in a second or two it'll play through really, really quickly, or did it break? And I think it broke.
No! God damn it. So, it's gonna do something, and it's gonna do something probably very stupid.
I love it.
You know what? I'm gonna count this as athletics to give it an actual chance, but I would normally count this as acrobatics, but I'm not going to do that to it. So I'm gonna count this as athletics, and I'm gonna do something very gay, and very stupid, and very cute. That's a 15. That's not the best,
it ain't bad.
I don't think it's ever... This is it actually trying to put some effort into it for once, which it doesn't normally do with romantic gestures. It absolutely grabs his hand as much as it can and yanks him down. And it's doing as much of a dip as it can.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell you what I'm gonna do? I am going to be rolling a whiz save right now. My dice know what I want. My dice know what I want. Because that was a 4 on the dice. Your Whis save is better than your strength save, so it's still a 12. But, oh, he's warm. He's definitely warm. And he's just sort of looking at Gibbs. He's very, very pointedly looking at Gibbs. I like he's glowing. And he's not smiling, he's more of a buh, but also, ah. And it's just a sort of blink, blink.
Well, what do you know? I'm close to the ground. Hi.
Hi.
You're very strong. I hope you know that.
And you're very cute.
That's a new one. Yeah, I don't think people normally use that for me. Normally I get terrifying or annoying.
Well, I could
or...
say that you're hot, but I'm pretty sure you've heard that one a million times.
Yeah, that one's old news. It's kind of comes with having fire inside your torso. So
He just sort of breaks into these really awkward, bashful giggles. Like, they kind of sound a little bit odd because he's like, "Oh, I don't know how to deal with this. I am disarmed."
Well, I made you fall for me, didn't I? Like an asshole. Just shrills that at him.
What kind of asshole would do that to me? I mean, gosh. Well,
Did you really expect any better?
You didn't let me hit the floor, so that's good.
I mean, if I let you hit the floor, what kind of person would you be, really? There's making somebody fall, and then there's just letting them.
Yeah, I'd rather you not let go. This is comfortable. I like it.
I wish I could hold you forever, but
we can,
kind of hurt.
Yeah, we can rearrange the positioning of the holding. Yeah, I was gonna say those shoes don't look particularly comfortable. Hold on.
And he's kind of just gonna pull his legs up so that he can hold on to his own weight again.
Here, hold on. And I'm gonna make it a strength with advantage. Because this is cute. Oh, okay. Did I do that right?
No, there's no roll in there. It's just a 20 plus 4.
God fucking damn it. I was excited for. There we go. Hey, that's almost in that 20.
Yeah, that's still pretty
That's
damn
23.
good. Nice.
It just straight up picks him up. Bridal style.
What a wonderful mental image that is. Because how tall is Gibbs again?
Well, it's 3'9" with the stiletto heels on, so.
Oh, holy fucking shit. Korvits is 8'11". He's nearly 9 feet tall. He is so outrageously tall compared to Gibbs. I love this. I think there's just sort of this little squeak, and then he kind of just holds still because he is really not used to people picking him up and carrying him around. And also, like, if he were to stretch out his leggy even a little bit, it'd touch the floor. So he's just sort of got his knees up, and he's just sitting there. And he's like, oh, this is so strange.
Truth be told, Gibbs doesn't really know what it's doing. It's never had to do this before. It's never felt this way before, so it's winging it.
Oh dear, fair enough.
So, where are you taking me, my, short, dark, and handsome fox?
I don't know. I have never done this before.
I'm not sure there's a script necessarily. I think you just sort of do what occur at the time.
I mean, I know certain things, but I don't really want to do those things. So outside, I guess.
Outside works.
Question is how to get down the stairs without falling.
I mean, there is a different option we could take as well.
Like what?
Well, I mean, there is a window just there.
Oh. And it just kind of smacks the window with its tail.
Oh, hold on. I can reach. I can reach. Just hold me still.
And he's gonna reach out his very long arms and just open the window. So there's enough room for them both to get through.
Kind of stands there just like, I don't know what to do.
Alright, we just gotta...
Do I throw him? It looks at him and it's contemplating like, do I just throw you? But it's not saying that. Like, I don't know. But it's very clearly contemplating like, what do I do? Throw him?
I mean, you can throw me. You could jump with me. Either way is going to work, quite frankly.
Uh. What are you gonna do, buddy? Oh, of course you are. Of course you are. You're so stupid. I love you. It very clearly panics for a moment and just, it's gonna yeet. It's gonna yeet.
I'm just picturing that Spider-Man meme where he's got his mask over, he's holding that big bag of money, and he's like, follow your instincts, chucks it out the window, instincts bad.
You wanna know what's even better? You got a nat 1! It panicked. It panicked and it went to throw him, and then it just face planted. And he's like on the ground in front of it, and it's just face first into the floor.
I think there's just gonna be this pause from Korvits, and then a little muffled by the floor is just this.
I think you missed.
No shit, Sherlock.
It's okay. It's it's only the floor. The floor never did me any harm. All right, up we get.
He's gonna
I think
get up and pick Gibbs up and put them on their feet.
I think it's going to sit back down and take off those stilettos.
That is entirely fair.
Hey, can I have a look at those before you put them away?
Sure.
And he's just gonna spend some time looking at one boot and like picking his finger at the heel, trying to figure out if it's actually a stiletto like blade or not. And he's like,
These would be really good if they were actually knives.
I mean, I've used them like that before, just, by kicking somebody in the face.
That'd do it. That'd actually do a really lot of dang. Yeah, no, that'd work. Cause you got small feet. Sorry, here.
and he'll give it back.
I don't know if you have noticed, but I am a very small fox compared to literally all of you who are giants.
I mean, Jax and Asclepius are at least similar in height. I'm still a lot taller than both of them.
They're giants. They're like, both of them are more than twice my height, I think. Or are they 3 times my height?
He's gonna just sort of measure Gibbs with his hand and then like approximate where Jacques and Asclepius are.
Twice and a bit, I think. Yeah, twice and a bit.
More than what I thought. So,
I mean, I'm nearly 3 times your height. Nearly, not quite, but nearly.
giants.
You stack 3 of you on top of each other, and that has 2 benefits. 1, you're nearly as tall as me, and 2, I'd
Hey.
have 3 of you, which would be great.
Are you sure?
That means I could hug 3 foxes at once. Sounds good to me.
Okay, but consider. If you already have one asshole, why would you want 3?
I mean, that's true. Then I kind of have to divide my time between all 3. I think we need there's a word like alpha. No, I don't think that's right. The supreme Gibbs. Yeah, I like having the one fox for all of my attentions. Yeah.
It is just very silent, but it's just like kind of preening. Like, yes, I want all of your attention. Fuck you. Like, no, I don't want to share your attention with another me.
Bless.
It is such a fucking brat.
So, did you want to go outside?
Sure.
All right, cool. Come here. We're gonna do this the fast way.
And he's just gonna lean down, pick Gibbs up, and then just sort of fall backwards through the window, spread his wings, and off they go.
And it's not moving. If it were anyone else, it would probably tense up. But it's not. It's in his arm.
Not the first time he's taken it flying either.
No. It's not the first time that it has fallen in his arms either. So,
And I think Korvits is going to fly for a little bit and then land on the curly hill, and he'll just sort of sink down to the grass and put Gibbs in his lap.
it's gonna stretch. Gonna do a big stretchy. And then roll over onto its back in his lap. And just kind of sprawl.
You comfortable there?
Mm.
Good.
No. No words, just happy grunt.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, it's good to see you relax, actually. Today's, morning adventure seems to have been, well, not the worst, but certainly seemed to suck, so I'm glad we were able to relieve some of that fairly promptly. Sometimes it takes ages, so I'm glad this is... Yeah, I'm glad you've come good for the day, for the time being. I'm happy for you for today.
Really? Usually that bad?
I mean, some of them have been real bad. Some of them have completely ruined you for the whole day. And like, I get it. I mean, it's not like it's not like I don't get nightmares too. So, but I mean, you've had some pretty some absolute corkers. So I'm glad this one hasn't been so bad. I'm glad I
It
can help a
just,
little.
uh, It's not sure how to react to that. Its ears do kind of flip back and it's thinking, but it's not. It's trying not to go that route. At the same time, it's just like feels kind of guilty, but it's trying not to because it doesn't know or understand. Eh,
Yeah, I think Korvits is going to just wrap his very long arms around Gibbs a bit and just give a bit of a squeeze.
Hey, remember what I said before? None of this is your fault.
I mean, the doesn't mean it doesn't bother me, just how much it affects you.
Well, we'll find something that helps. I mean, I'm a berserker. The kind of thing that I'm good at is going and beating shit up. If I could go into your brain and beat your nightmares up, or before they bother you, I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. I don't even have a heart in here, but I would find someone with a heartbeat, time it, and then do it that quick.
From what I understand, that person's gone. So think good on that. It's just honestly, uh, it was my own stupid mistake. I've made a lot of mistakes. I have made so many mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes sometimes, and you've just had a lot of time to make mistakes in. So, I'm sure you've made the normal amount of mistakes one would make given the amount of time you've had.
Sure, sure,
I believe
yeah.
in you, Gibbs.
Right. Um, I, on one hand, I'm flattered that you have that much faith in me. On the other hand, I kind of wish that you didn't, because it only leads to disappointment.
You've not disappointed me so far. And I don't foresee it happening anytime soon.
Korvits, what exactly do you think of me?
I think that you're a lot kinder than you give yourself credit for. I think you're funny. I think you're an asshole, but funny. I think that you. Wait, you're very, very cute. Very fluffy. Hug quality is very high. But, you just need someone to listen to you. That's what I think.
Define listen to.
Well, I mean, of course, at the moment it's not literal. It's a metaphorical. But hey, you've got some interesting things to say if people care to listen, and I've got all the time in the world. I love listening to you talk, even if it's in a roundabout way at the moment.
Um, and what if one of the things that I had to say was to, I guess, reveal one of the things that I've done?
No one's hands are completely clean. And like I said, you've had a long time to accumulate mistakes.
I don't think even people with my amount of time have made quite as many mistakes like this.
Well, that might be so, but I'm not gonna hold those things against you. Because I know you right now. And you were a different person then. Both literally and figuratively. It's not you now.
And I don't know how to explain that. It, but not my point. So this is me out of character asking, do you think that this is when we bring up in canon the conversation about Gibbs and its kids and its wife?
Yeah, I think now would be an appropriate time. Yeah.
Considering our plans and everything for
Mhm.
the rest of this.
Mhm. Mhm.
One thing Korvits will notice is that Gibbs does not have its usual ribbon. Honestly, Gibbs has not had that usual ribbon on since a little while before Animus,
Mhm.
and thus before its birthday.
Mhm.
Um, and that ribbon has been replaced by another ribbon,
Mhm.
by a newer one. And I don't know if anybody else knows this, but the old ribbon was, I believe, orange, or it was some color. Forget what it was. Yeah, I believe it was orange with a pink fade and a silver border. This one, and I'm going to put the uh, channel. I'm going to put the new one, the new design for Gibbs,
Ooh,
as of
art, 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 art.
art. Art since Animus and everything.
Mhm.
Since that
Mhm.
game that hasn't happened yet
Mhm.
in the FPS roll zone. The new one, the new ribbon, is orange with a white fade and a black border.
Nice, 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 nice.
And its clothes are absolutely a lot easier for it to put on and take off,
Mm.
which helps considering its lack in mobility
Mm.
and its hearing aids now look like orange roses instead of just uh the usual kind of
Silver
stud.
lump.
Yeah,
Mm.
um that they used to be. Mostly because I imagine it probably lost those at some point
Mm.
and has not been able to find it. And also, the glasses that Jacques made it to guard its eyes from its nose. Its eyes don't look like that at the current, but I he who. So,
Yes.
so yeah, there's that, and I'm saying that the glasses are on its face because it probably remembered. Oh, hey, those are right there. I should put those on my face,
Yeah. Grabbed them from Hammer's face at the
and
same
it did.
time as the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has a new ribbon, and you know, notice that there was a point in which it disappeared before Animus, not necessarily for very long, a couple hours with the spooks somewhere, and there was smoke, and it came back, and it wasn't. It looked upset, but more so like it had just let something go.
Mm-hmm. My
And
imagination is now going whir.
and it stayed pretty close to the spooks for the rest of that day.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anything against Korvits. It would have explained if he had asked. It was just it needed them time after that.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And it takes it a moment to think, and before it starts, I don't know how to properly start this, so fuck it, I guess. Korvits, did you know that I was married once?
I did not know this. Were they nice? I mean, I assumed there was some sort of separation in some capacity. Otherwise, you'd be with them. So, but no, I did not know that.
By choice.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Uh, um,
I think your internet
or
crapped out again. Oh, there you are.
fuck. Hi. God damn it.
Sorry, I caught none of that. Sorry.
Fuck. Okay. So, God, where was I? What did you last hear?
Basically nothing. Korvit said sorry, and then there was just a noise, and then that was it.
Fuck. All right.
So start from the beginning, I guess.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
So I don't remember how many lives ago it was at this point. I mean, clearly, considering I can't count and I've lived so many, why bother counting?
Uh-huh.
I had a wife at one point in my lives, and my wife and I originally got married because she wanted kids, and the town wouldn't let her adopt unless she was married.
Okay. That sounds like a dumb rule.
It is a dumb rule. It was more so an insurance to let, you know, so that they wouldn't. Fucking words, please. God. Uh, it was in place to ensure that the kids would never be alone should the parent, one of them goes hunting and blah blah blah, or doing whatever the fuck they're gonna do. And that there was at least somebody to take care of the kids at home all the
Right, I see. I can understand the logic there, but,
time. I know it's stupid.
hmm,
I didn't say I agreed with it, I just said that's what it is. Or
hmm,
that's what it was.
hmm.
I don't remember how many we adopted, but I remember their names. And, I haven't come up with their names yet. However, there are 3 names,
Mm-hmm.
not 2, um, that it spits out. Um, one of them was a little older, and there were 2 babies.
No.
And unfortunately, like, it explains that one of them passed away shortly after being adopted, one of the babies.
Mm.
And there was only 2 left, and so as it continues, it still seems fairly bothered by that. It doesn't explain exactly how that kid passed away, but there's a lot of clear, like, it blames itself, but at the same time it knows. You can see it in its face that it knows that it didn't do anything, and there's nothing it could have done.
Mm. Mm.
As it continues, though, and it talks about, like, certain things, like its eldest child's first day of school, and a couple of years, or a year or two, somewhere in there down the line, how there was a mutual friend of both its wife and it that came up to it while it was busy hunting. And it doesn't sugarcoat it. This person was a religious figure in the local town, that Gibbs knew fairly well. You know, like I said, mutual friend of it and its wife,
Mm-hmm.
the wife's name is Maria, by the way. And the mutual friend, who is a priest, I haven't come up with a name for him yet, asks Gibbs to do one thing that Gibbs said it would never do. And that is kill another person.
Mm.
He asked it and tried to manipulate it into killing someone who was against the guy's religion, and Gibbs adamantly said no. Even when there were vague threats made against its family, it said no. And after the guy left, Gibbs immediately went to pick up its kid from school and went home. And they kind of stayed out of town for a couple of days because Gibbs didn't want to show it, but it was scared.
Mm.
While that was its friend, hello?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Mm.
Especially given, like, what Korvits knows about its history. Yeah, no. Gibbs is paranoid.
Mm.
Anybody could make that threat, and it would be on edge.
Yeah.
And, long story short, there was a storm that rolled in, and they didn't have food to get by, so it had to leave its wife and children alone and go out hunting.
Mm.
It came back, and everything was destroyed. Its house was on fire, and its family was gone.
Korvits is distinctly quiet through this entire story. There have been a couple of moments where he's made some irritated feathers flapping kind of noises, but he has not said a word. He's just sort of sat there and just listened. But yeah, he's definitely not enjoying the contents of the story.
No. It looks very hard for Gibbs to even tell. This has been buried for a very long time. He doesn't even need to roll insight. It has not talked about this to anybody else before since it happened. Long story short, it was that one guy, motherfucker,
Yeah.
followed through on his threats, and then I will more than likely go into how it happened in DMs if you're okay with it, and only if you're okay with it. But he also killed Gibbs afterwards.
There is a distinct angry flutter at that. It's like, ugh, how dare! But he still doesn't say anything. He's still just taking all of this information in. This is probably a lot of talking for Gibbs too, so Korvits is just gonna let it say what it needs to.
And Gibbs mutters, "You think that it couldn't get any worse? Wrong. Normally, I don't get put in the same world or whatever twice, or however many times. I don't ever see that one again once I leave it. Once I die, I'm gone somewhere else." When I finally dragged my ass back up, after just laying there, after coming back to life, I find out very quickly after going into the first town that not only was it the same life, or not life, but same whatever that I had just been in, but that I was being held responsible for their deaths.
Son of
And
a
everyone was
bitch.
believing the preacher.
There's a special hell for people like that. Oh,
Uh,
man.
he got what was coming to him, but that I'm not proud of. Not proud of it. I don't regret it, which is, I think, bad, but I'm not proud of it. Um, I think what I feel bad about is everyone else who got hit with that stick that didn't deserve it. Because it was all just a bloody red haze up until I got to, the remains of used to live. And I was face to face with a bounty hunter. Was apparently the preacher's grandchild.
Oh, boy.
I don't what else anybody expected, but I kind of just let him kill me. But eh, I can't say I blame him for being angry at me. I mean, I did, from what I understand, from the short bit of conversation that I remember between the, the two of them. The preacher was still alive somehow, and apparently felt remorse. Um, I I committed a massacre of a lot of innocent people. I don't remember any of it. I just heard a lot of blood. So, and anger.
Whoever puts you in whichever world you were in has a lot to answer for.
I
Because that's not an accident.
I mean, I can point you in the direction. I already know who it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't choose where I go, what I end up being. I'm just kind of thrown out to survive, and that's it, I guess. If I die, I die.
Well, I mean, the same is true for most people. If they die, they die. You just get logged back in somewhere to experience more stuff.
Yeah, most people, when they die, they stay dead. I don't have that luxury.
I mean, it's not necessarily always a bad thing. I mean, I gesture on Halloween Town. We have a lot of people who are dead. in town, like ghosts, skeletons, zombies, and the whole old shebang. But I suppose if it happens over and over, it'd lose its shimmer fairly quickly.
I I just wanted a chance to not be in so much pain. I didn't realize exactly what I was signing up for. I was a kid, or kid's the word that you guys use. I didn't even have my first tattoo, so I don't know if that is any indicator of how young I was when I made this deal.
Not really. I mean, I don't have any tattoos, but I'm not a Kobe, so
Numbers well enough to help with that. And you know what? It's gonna look around until it sees like a random 9 to 10-year-old and points or kind of raises its nose, excuse me, towards them like that age, around there. That's when you would have your first tattoo.
oh wow, you really were a child. Okay, yikes.
I was a lot younger than that, I think, when I went to war. And it's gonna see a random 5-year-old and nose towards that. Nose towards them.
The more
Around
you
there.
the more you tell me about life as Kobe, the more confused I get. Gosh, it sounds so different. I'm not going to judge it. I'm not there. It's not my world
Well,
business. Any of that. But mwah.
the the war wasn't Cove. I mean, there was a war, but I wasn't in it. In that, that was a long time ago. That was before Cove were Cove, and Torsha were Torsha. It was when they were one. Civil War, I think, is
Oh, one of
what
those.
you guys
Okay.
call
Yeah.
it. Um,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
this was different. This was a war. Uh, a war built on pettiness. I don't know how to explain past that at the moment.
That's okay. You don't have to. War, unfortunately, is war, one way or the other, and there are no winners in that sort of thing.
Yeah, I lost everything in that, and then I died, and then I made that deal, and now here we are.
Now here we are. Well, I I know this isn't your first rodeo. You've probably tried a lot of things, but you don't have to try and make this life a winner on your own. I mean, you got Jocks and Sclepius and Linda and me.
Yeah, yeah.
And for goodness sake, if I can't be useful to you when I am a god, still getting my head around that, then what kind of crappy ass god am I?
What I understand, it's not easy, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what's easy at this point.
Hugs are pretty easy.
And he's gonna pull Gibbs into a firm but not painful hug.
It kind of rests its chin on his arms. Why is it that after I tell you all of that, you still want to hug me?
Like, I may not endorse what you did, but it's a particular kind of circumstance, and I can't say with confidence I wouldn't have done the same. I mean, I did literally go to war to try and protect my kingdom, so goodness only knows what I would have done if I lost Jocks or anything like that. Or Kara or Kindless. I don't know. I'd like to think I wouldn't. I would love to think that I wouldn't, but the fact of the matter is that everyone's got a breaking point. And yeah, some innocent people got caught up in yours, but you were given a real bad hand. And if I were in that position, I would have set the whole damn city on fire, the country on fire. I mean, when I found out you were hurt, I had to make a pretty quick escape so I didn't set Kara on fire. So, heartbreak is unpredictable. And if you were rational, you wouldn't have done it. And if I was in the same spot and irrational the same way, well, who knows? But I want better for you than that. 100 times better, million times better, made up numbers times better than that.
All of those numbers sound made up, but that's because I don't understand math.
I mean, to be fair, we have to make them up at some point. They don't just materialize out of the ether. I don't think. No, I don't think numbers do that. Tunes can do that. I don't think numbers can.
Wait,
Someone has to make them up.
tombs? They just
Yeah.
they're made up? What?
I think we can go into the various different ways that tunes are born some other time. But, yeah, that's not the point. The point I'm getting at is that was shit. And there's no way of sugarcoating it. And, well, let's work together to make this one less shit. We've got some work to do. You've had to put up with some intense shit so far. But, when you hit bottom, only way to go is up. And, well, there's some pretty nice things up.
And he's just gonna look up and look straight up at the moon.
Tiredly, it looks up too. It's not sure how it feels about it, but it's looking. And in a sort of distant way, Korvits, you can feel the moon look back. There's no eyes on it, but you can feel that some kind of presence is looking at you. It's not an uncomfortable presence.
He is going to give a polite salute with a wing, because his arms are occupied.
There's just a little silver ring that rolls around the rim of the room. Very subtle. Gibbs does not catch it. But Korvits does. I think I've told you this already. I don't remember if I did or not. But the Cove follow the moon.
Yeah, you've told me. I remember, even if you don't. And I mean, it may not be the exact same moon here to Cove moon, but it's a nice moon.
Mm.
And this is Halloween Town. We've got an accord with the moon. Not in a literal sense, but mutual, friendly neighbors, I suppose, is a good way of putting it.
Hmm. Yeah. It looks up at him. And it's quiet for a minute before it just kind of... One of its ears kind of flops to the side as trying to think of, like, how to even ask this. I'm sorry, it just... I don't know if I can wrap my head around it. It really don't... You're not bothered by my existence after that?
Did you want me to be?
I don't know.
Like I
I,
said
I
before, I like this you. And yeah, you've gone through some shit. But that doesn't make you abhorrent.
You cut out there. The
Uh,
last thing I heard was abhorrent.
that's all he said. That's all he said.
Turn the voice modulator off. Yeah, he just said that doesn't make you abhorrent. That was a complete sentence.
Brain, please. It is letting that sit, especially since he specifically used the word abhorrent. What that word means. But out of character, it knows what that word means simply because of how often it has been used against it.
Oh.
And so I sit here. Okay. It doesn't feel great about itself, but there is progress being made. Because he specifically used the word abhorrent. Gibbs is broken in my head. Like, wait, hold on a minute. What?
Wait, I'm not that? What?
What do you mean? This took a direction that I didn't mean for it to go, by the way. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm having a wonderful time.
I bet you. I also bet you, Be Wild. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Well, I think it's going to be stunned for a few minutes, so if you have, like, any way to segue.
I think after an extended silence from it, he's just gonna sort of lean his fingers down and give it a little bit of a click, click, click.
Are you okay? Did you shut down? Do I have to wind you? Gibbs?
What?
You just went completely
I'm
unresponsive
right
for
here.
a second there. Okay, you still functioning. Great. Good.
I... sort of. Yeah. Huh. What do you mean by wind? What do you mean shut down? What are these words that you're throwing at me, Korvits?
Awkward.
Awkward. You're telling me.
Like, let's address one existential crisis at a time, okay?
Existential crisis? Who is supposed to be having the existential crisis here, me or you?
Look, we could either take turns or we could lose the plot at the same time. What's more efficient?
I mean, honestly, I'd say one at a time, considering... I feel like the two of us put together... Like, when we commit chaos put together, it's a problem.
A problem for other people.
Exactly.
And, that's the best kind of problem.
I still say that we should go and steal something. Okay.
We should. We absolutely should. We have to, take all of his left shoes and turn all the paintings upside down and just be general nuisances, and that'll be fantastic. I think that would be fun.
I say we take all of his, God, I don't remember the words, but it's the paper that you use to wipe your ass.
Toilet paper?
Yes, that, sure. Is that the word for it?
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, toilet paper.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know
That's
what we
so
could do with it?
dumb.
We could TP the castle take all his toilet paper and then TP the castle with it. That would be hilarious. And then he would have to go out and buy more toilet paper. I love that as a plan.
Specifically do it when it's raining.
See, this is the kind of thinking that makes me love you so much. This is quality shit here.
Okay, consider though, the thing with the stick on it. With the sticky cup.
Sticky cup.
Yeah, it's usually red. It sticks to things. Shove the stick onto things. It's trying so hard
I'm gonna
to
roll him an
explain
intelligence.
what it means.
Time for an intelligence roll. Korvits, why do you do this to me?
Gibbs is not doing a great job at explaining, in fairness.
No. What's your intelligence modifier? It's 6. That is 9. He has no idea what Gibbs is talking about.
Gibbs, do you know what you're talking about anymore? It does. It knows what it's talking about and it's frustrated because it can't figure out how to explain it. Fucking, uh, it's, I will use that 16 though to let it draw what it's talking about, and I'm not gonna make it roll for that. It's gonna draw a plunger.
Oh, a plunger!
I don't know what that means.
You know what? I didn't name the thing, but you use it to unblock the toilet. Yeah, it's a cup on a stick. Okay, yeah, no.
Okay.
Now that I know what you were on about, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if he's the kind of stuck-up asshole that has, like, gold ones or ones studded with jewels or whatnot. I wouldn't put it past him.
I kind of hope so, because if we steal that, we can just, like...
We should fence it.
we could just, like, hand it to a random person on the street and make
we
their
don't
day.
even need to sell it. It's like, hey, you look homeless. Have this. Oh, but then we might get them in trouble for stealing shit. No, we gotta fence it first, and we have to be careful about it so that Lynn doesn't hear about it, because she will get on their asses about it.
But consider, what if it was just a random bird that did it? You can't put a bird in jail.
That is absolutely correct. You cannot put a random bird in jail. You also can't keep them there, even if you try.
I mean, you could try, but, like, good luck with that.
Also depends on what kind of bird, because I have several different methods of becoming bird-like, and one of them I can go through walls, so, yeah, no.
Oh, we should do an owlbear. Owlbear feather.
Ooh.
So not only are they gonna not be able to contain it, but they're not gonna want to.
I love the way your twisted little mind works. You are so clever. You're really good at this stuff. I love it. I love this.
I am a professional asshole.
Oh, I'm so lucky.
What?
I'm lucky to have you.
Why? The Gibbs in my brain just short-circuited.
Korvits, use flirt. It's super effective.
Now it's its turn to be a flustered mess.
I think Korvits is gonna lean down real close to Gibbs, and he's just grinning real wide.
You think I could come up with some of this shit on my own? You got a really unique perspective, and I wouldn't want to have anyone else as my partner.
I mean, Docs is pretty funny.
Jacques is very funny, and also can swap between very dignified and a complete gremlin just like that. It's very, very impressive to watch. But, like, I don't think that he would ever suggest going and robbing the Giznep castle for something so inane as the toilet plunger and the toilet paper. Like, I don't think that's something that he would necessarily come up with. I mean, he might. But he's had nearly 200 years to come up with this shit. If he was gonna do it, he would have done it already.
I mean, I still say that we usurp the bitch. Not Jacques. The what's his nuts?
You mean that Giznep asshole?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely still on the cards. It's not out of the question. But at the same time, I mean, I think we've got some readjusting to do still. I mean, there's the whole, healing that you need to do, and the whole I'm a god thing. It was like, we got some shit to work out before we can start working on that.
Eh. Also, might help not being tied to the the fucker that I am already tied to.
Yeah, we want you at tip-top shape with no strings attached and free to rain chaos upon the countryside at your whim. So we've got some shit to do, but between the two of us, I think, well, we can take our time.
Gibbs, please, please. I'm gonna roll with advantage on this. So I'm gonna see if it brings something up. Uh, what is Korvits doing with his wings, by the way? This is see if I can just get away with saying
For the most part, they're just sort of lying limp against his back. They are currently in scarf mode.
fuck it. Fuck it. Okay. Ooh, I'm just gonna use the 16. There's a look on its face, and its eyes get wider as it realizes something, and it's takes it a moment, and it looks kind of stressed and unsure, and just if it could do the prayer hands emoji of realization, it probably would be.
Mm-hmm.
But then it reaches into its tail, and that's a 10, and it very quickly pulls out the feather necklace, and it uh, I don't want to say it hands it back to him, but sort of does so.
Mm-hmm.
And it explains why, like, I've been meaning to do this, because I didn't know what to do about it when you first handed it to us. There were more people there. Um, how do I even go about explaining? Ah! So, in Kove culture, you propose to people by giving them a feather accessory.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, well, it certainly is a feather accessory. Uh, hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I'm well aware of the fact that different cultures, that doesn't mean the same thing here. At the same time, uh,
Hmm. Yeah. I can see why that might have been a bit off-putting. I am sorry for being accidentally forward, but you know what? I'm not taking it back. You keep it.
are you sure?
I mean, we don't have to get married straight away. We can be engaged for a while. I mean, if
But
you wanna keep it, you can. You don't have to give it back just because you understood it different. And I mean, it's not an insignificant little doohickey. Like, I mean, I did make it out of my own feathers, so.
And he's doing a little bit of a bashful fiddling with his fingers, and he looks like he would be blushing if he had the capacity.
Meanwhile, Gibbs, the fucking dumbass himbo that it is still hung up on with the dumbest look on its face. Like, there is not a single thought behind those eyes. Mouth slightly agape as it's just staring past him. Just like, wait, engaged? What do you mean? What does that mean? What is going on here? Hold on.
Korvits has drifted into an awkward silence. He's like, "Oh no, have I annoyed him? Oh no, have I upset it? Was it? Did it not? Oh dear, what have I done? Ah."
Gibbs, can you pull yourself out of this idiotness? Yes. Okay, good. Wow, Gibbs, you have a brain cell today. What the fuck? I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna look the gift horse in the mouth. We're gonna roll with it. Gibbs blinks for a moment, and it just what?
I mean, it's not exactly a hard guess to suppose that I'm quite fond of you, you know. And well, I mean, if you want, but like even if you don't want, you don't have to give the feather back. I mean, it's got some really useful properties I managed to cram into it, so like you just have to say so, you know. But if you're happy with me,
Gibbs feels like it's like understanding sort of, but it's an idiot. So it's like got this unsure look on its face for a moment, and then it asks, Korvits, I'm going to need you to speak a little bit more clearly and plain and blunt, please. I'm stupid.
you're not stupid. You have head trauma. Uh, blunt. Okay, blunt. I like you a lot, and I would like to continue hanging out with you in the same capacity. Um, uh, uh, I I want to hang out with you a lot, all the time, exclusively. To a point.
It kind of has an awkward smile on its face, and it kind of wheezes, like, what does that mean? It's not any plainer.
Okay, how
And it just very weakly wheezes, Korvits, please.
how can I make this any clearer? Okay, words are failing me. Okay, you know what? I know what I'm doing.
And he's just. This is how we're doing this. He's just put his
Oh,
hands on
no.
both sides of Gibbs' face, and just full on kiss them. Like it's again no lips, so it's just a bonk, but it is a firm bonk, and it is very very warm, and his wings just sort of do a bit of a little flappy as he just straight up kisses Gibbs on the mouth.
I love you, idiot! Kiss. Oh no, I'm sorry. My roommate. Um, I think that gets the point across. Uh, let me just hold on. No, fuck you. Okay, that's an 11. I could have just said no and went with a nat 1, but I didn't want to. So, there's steam coming out of its ears. It doesn't know how to react for a while. Uh, but after a bit, it's just like, oh. Uh, um, and you can hear, like, the cogs in its head turning, turning really hard.
Bless.
It's not a look of no, though. Like, it's trying to figure out how to say yes without just saying yes. And then it blinks, and it has an idea, and then it puts its paws on his shoulders, stands up on its hind legs, and it's going to give him a smooch on the
Aww. Korvits is absolutely doing
mouth.
the hug thing. He's having a hug response.
The fox is absolutely leaning into it and giving hug back. And then it pulls away, and hey, should they perhaps do a mutual one? Mutual mouth bonk.
I think they should do a mutual mouth bonk. Yes.
Mutual mouth bonk time. And, how do you want to describe what happens next?
Well, there's this distinct warm sort of feeling that kind of picks up, probably starting in the back of Gibbs's throat, and kind of trickles down towards its stomach a little bit. But it kind of feels like a candle flame. Just a little bit. And I don't think either of them would necessarily notice anything beyond that because they are too preoccupied with mutual face bonk. But it's kind of subtle, I think, is the gist of it. But there is kind of a whip of a little bit of wind, and the clouds move over the moon ever so slightly so that there's like dappled moon rays kind of thing. It's all very atmospheric. But it passes after a second. But the feeling doesn't go away.
Yeah. And the fun thing about heat, when you feel like shit, doesn't always mix well.
Yeah.
That's an 11 on the dice. Or, well, that's an 11 con save.
Yep.
It pulls away. They probably both do. Korvits, you are looking at the most nauseous fucking fox right now. It's making a face even, like, oh god, no.
Ah, crap. Ah, okay. Just lean over the grass. It'll be okay. I'll rub your back, and we can go home and get some more tea. God damn it. Okay, just relax. It'll be fine.
And it's not even a moment later when, hey, that's not normal. Goodbye to whatever plant was just there.
I am going to roll an Arcana. Wonderful. That is not your absolute best, but it doesn't suck. Because of your modifier being very high. There's just going to be this silence, I think, after Gibbs throws up. And then Korvits is going to do prayer hands a little bit. And then just be like...
Gibbs, did you just throw up an eldritch fucking blast?
No. I don't know.
You just annihilated a damn bush from your mouth. I'm almost certain that was eldritch blast. Why? You're not a spellcaster. You can't cast eldritch blast. That's a warlock. Oh, fuck.
I have some spells apparently. Just they're not. I'm a barbarian. I don't feel great.
Eldritch blast is a warlock spell. Eldritch blast is a warlock spell. Oh shit! Did I do that? I did that. I did that. I felt that. I felt that in my chest. Oh shit. I fucked up. I didn't do that on purpose, but holy shit, I think I fucked up. Hey, Gibbs, look, I know you're not feeling great, but I think we have a bit of a situation. Oh shit.
I don't feel great.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel like this is my fault. That's Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast is the thing that warlocks do. Warlocks have pets with gods. I think we have a warlock pet.
Korvits, it does it again. And this time you can hear the message of just help.
Help.
Oh, I'm not supposed to make followers, and I don't know how to do it. Oh, shit. Aeon is gonna be pissed with me. That's fine. Okay. I think it's time to go home. We're gonna go to bed. We're gonna have more tea. You're gonna stop throwing up Eldritch Blasts off. Far out. Okay. I mean, this is fine. This is fine. Ultimately, this will be fine. Holy shit balls. Okay. Right. This is fine. This can be fine. And if you hate it, I'm sure we can undo it. Well, okay. Step one, don't accidentally. Warlock pet people. Fuck. Damn it. Okay. Let's try and make the next follower on purpose. Okay. Tea. Let's do tea first. Okay.
And he's just gonna pick Gibbs up and spread his wings and take off towards the map. He's just like, okay, let's just address the nausea first. We can work the shit out after that.
Rip to the plants along the way until they get back.
Oh, dear. Every time that Gibbs throws up an Eldritch Blast, he's just gonna start cursing again. Just.
Oh, shit. How many times can they do that? I don't know. Shit.
The more it does so, the more dazed it looks and the more tired it looks as well.
Yeah.
Even-
I've never played a warlock. I genuinely don't know if it's a cantrip or not. Oh, I have a feeling it's a cantrip, so it could just keep going.
Yeah, it is a cantrip.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
So by the time that they get to the manor, it's very tired and it looks very dazed. Um, but it stopped doing it.
Well, that's something at least. Korvits is gonna fly in through their bedroom window and very gently put Gibbs in the bed and then hand them the tea, which is probably fairly cold by now. And just be like,
Let's have some tea. I really hope this is not going to come back to bite us in the ass.
Okay. And it's just that's all it says is it drinks some more tea. And let's see what happens. Is it gonna pass the fuck out?
I wouldn't blame
Let's
it,
see.
quite frankly.
'Cause this probably. Oh dear, how dare I ask Avery to think. I mean, very slowly, like it eventually falls asleep after a few minutes, but it doesn't just immediately conk the fuck out.
Yeah. I think Korvits is going to just sort of sit there next to Gibbs for a while, just sort of going, well, this is not what I was expecting to do before breakfast. Okay.
I mean, in good news, they're engaged, so.
Yes, good news, they're engaged. Oh, dear. He's also just thinking, how am I going to tell Jacques that I accidentally made Gibbs a warlock? Gosh darn it. He already has so many problems. Why do I keep adding to his problems?
Congratulations! Hey, Jacques, I'm engaged. The engagement may have also accidentally been a warlock pact.
Yes. Oh, dear. Oh,
When two
man.
consenting adults decide to trade feathers.
I am going to be DMing RJ immediately after we're done.
I'm going to be hopping into the violence voice chat where RJ is at the current just to vibe with siblings, and it's going to be hilarious. I can't wait to hear the reaction.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh, dear. That was very fun.
This was great.
I love playing Korvits. He's such an asshole, but I love him.
I also love playing Gibbs. I don't get to play it enough. It's also such a fucking asshole.
They're perfect for one another.
They are. I love them so fucking much. You stick them in the same room and immediately it's just chaos.
Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, well, I don't think we've got anything else we wanted to do today, so, and Gibbs is asleep, so I think we might leave it there. What do you think?
It's a good place to end it, yeah.
Alrighty, well, great.
I think this is good and it's very soft.
It is very soft. We had a little bit of an egg spike in the middle there with some backstory juice, but, yeah, it was more or less, just, two assholes having a good time.
Yep. Take that however you want. I'm joking.
Oh dear. Well, thank you everyone for listening. This has been a fun time.
It's been great. Man, I do apologize for the sudden spike, though, in angst. I didn't realize that Gibbs wanted to just spill that until it started doing it, and I'm like, wait, hold on, this is the direction we're going? What the fuck, Gibbs?
It'd be like that, I guess. Oh dear. Well, I think this is where we say bye-bye to our audience. Bye-bye, audience!
Bye, everybody.